tonight on CTV3 News. Arrest made in connection with fatal traffic accident that claimed the life of Devon Jorge Chablé. Tragic discovery of 3 U.S. citizens found dead at Royal Cajal Beach Resort in Belize. Police probe execution-style murder of Boris Mansfield. Concerns raised over business dealings and possible links to associate deaths. And the People's United Party rallies supporters by the thousands as their candidates are officially nominated for the upcoming general elections. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Monday, February 24th, 2025.
Escape to paradise. Centaur is giving you the chance to win an unforgettable getaway at the breathtaking Orchid Bay Resort. Picture this: a stunning beach and a relaxing poolside retreat. One lucky winner will enjoy an overnight stay for 2, plus a delicious breakfast, all courtesy of Orchid Bay Resort. How to enter? Sign up for any Centaur service or stay up to date with your payments for a chance to win. Live raffle draw on April 16th on Despierta Belize show. Enter now to win with Centaur.
Get the most out of your internet with Centaur's ExpressNet. Are you ready to supercharge your online experience? When connecting to your Velo Mesh device, make sure you're linked to our blazing fast 5 GHz frequency. Why 5 GHz? Faster speeds at a shorter range. 5 GHz is perfect for use in smaller spaces where speed is your top priority. As for the 2.4 GHz, while connection may travel farther, it can lead to slower performance. Remember, choose 5 GHz for your devices and experience the difference instantly. ExpressNet, bringing you the best speeds for the ultimate online experience. For more information, contact us at 380-0101.
The chance to win an unforgettable getaway at the breathtaking Orchid Bay Resort. Picture this: a stunning beach and a relaxing poolside retreat. One lucky winner will enjoy an overnight stay for 2, plus a delicious breakfast, all courtesy of Orchid Bay Resort. How to enter? Sign up for any Centaur service or stay up to date with your payments for a chance to win. Live raffle draw on April 16th on Despierta Belize show. Enter now to win with Centaur.
Really? You not switch yet? You know what? I tell you, I don't.
You used to call me on my cell phone, late night just to stay in touch. Call me on my cell phone, cause our connection used to mean so much. And I know when that thought line bling, February's got that love to bring. Yeah, I know when that thought line bling, Smart is giving you everything. These days all I do is wonder if you're still connected with somebody else. Wonder why you're missing out on what's best for yourself. You could have had more, but you're still stuck with them. You don't need no one else, you don't need nobody else. So it's time to switch up and run, cause Smart's the best in the land. They got the top speed and the best service for your phone. You should just switch to them, it's Smart or no one else. You used to call me on my cell phone.
Good evening. With your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7, I am Joanna Rodriguez. On the night of Wednesday, January 29th, a tragic incident on the Altamira area of Corozal resulted in the death of 22-year-old Devon Jorge Chablé. With the driver of the vehicle not stopping to render aid, an investigation was launched, and today we can tell you that authorities have formally arrested and charged 32-year-old Asael Josemar Garcia, a Belizean mechanic from Paraíso village in the Corozal district, with the crime of murder. The arrest was made following advice from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. But why murder, you may ask? Eyewitnesses' accounts shed light on the harrowing moments leading up to the accident. Witnesses reported a high-speed chase just before the collision occurred. Footage obtained by CTV3 News shows Chablé riding his bicycle along the street and making a sharp 90-degree turn in front of the neighbor's store outlet. Seconds later, a pickup truck reportedly chasing Chablé attempted to follow the same turn, resulting in a violent crash. A loud bang reverberated through the neighborhood, prompting residents to rush outside. Upon arrival, they found Chablé lying in a pool of blood, his bicycle overturned nearby, and his cell phone ringing several feet away. Chablé tragically succumbed to his injuries en route to the Corozal Community Hospital. 3 women of Moroccan descent holding U.S. citizenship were found deceased in their suite at the Royal Cahal Beach Resort on Saturday morning. Chester Williams, Commissioner of Police, addressed the media this afternoon, providing updates on the ongoing investigation surrounding the mysterious deaths of the victims, identified as Qatar Nakwad, 23, Iman Mala, 24, and Wafay El Arar, 26, who were scheduled to depart Belize on February 23rd. Their families are reportedly in contact with the U.S. Embassy, which is assisting local authorities in the investigation. The women were discovered by hotel staff who expressed concerns after they failed to respond to housekeeping checks. According to Campo Williams, after conducting a thorough search of the scene alongside pathologists and crime scene investigators, no signs of trauma or foul play was found, and the only substances present in the suite were alcohol and some gummies.
No signs of injuries. Police also saw inside the room what appeared to be vomiting beside each female. The police, with a view to ensure that the scene was properly processed, awaited for the scenes of crime personnel to arrive, as well as the pathologists. This is one of the cases where we invited the pathologists to come on the scene as well, so that they could assist the police in navigating the scene and with a view to see what can be found of evidential value. That was done. The police did a thorough search of the scene along with the pathologists and scenes of crime. And there was nothing of substance that could have been found other than alcohol and some gummies. As you may recall, a couple years ago, we had some gummies that were disposed of from the police exhibit room, and they were found by somebody at the dump site and sold. And then we saw where people who consumed those gummies had to be rushed to the hospital. So we found some of those gummies inside the room. Now, we're not saying at this time that the gummies caused death, but we're looking at every possibility. I know that today the post-mortem examination is going to be
by the National Forensic Service is scheduled for today or tomorrow, and Williams underscored the importance of the examination to uncover the cause of death.
Assist us in determining the cause of death. There is also a theory that they could have died from carbon monoxide. And so again, a test will be done hopefully today or tomorrow with the National Fire Service, who have the equipment to test the level of carbon monoxide in a building. And again, that should be done, like I said, either today or tomorrow. And we're hoping that will give us some insight. But we're at a stage where we cannot definitively say what the cause of death is. It's a tragic incident, certainly for us and the families of those young women. And I'm hoping that we will be able to arrive at a definitive cause of death. I can say that the police have also viewed the surveillance footages from the hotel that they were staying, and the surveillance footage showed that they went to the hotel room Thursday evening, and they were not seen leaving that room again, and nobody was seen going into the room.
Williams indicated that initial assessment suggested the women could have been dead for approximately 20 hours before they were discovered. Police Commissioner Chester Williams also addressed the media regarding the shocking murder of 56-year-old Boris Alexander Mansfield, who was gunned down shortly after arriving in Belize. Williams characterized the killing as having all indications of a hit, raising concerns about possible foul play linked to Mansfield's previous business dealings. Mansfield was reportedly shot in the back of the neck, an execution-style killing that has the police probing his recent activities. Mansfield has just come into Belize the day he was shot dead, and he had been in and out of the country following the recent murder of his associate, Ricardo Borgia. The ongoing investigation has led the police to analyze Mansfield's business transactions to identify potential motives and suspects.
Is it in any way related to Mr. Borja and Mr. Taylor's murder?
The shooting death of Mr. Boris Mansfield, I think is his name, has all indications of a hit. He came into the country that same day, as you would know that he has been in and out of the country following the death of Borja. And he was in his yard when seemingly he was approached by whoever the gunman or gunmen are, and he was shot once to the head, behind the neck. He succumbed to his injuries. At this time, we don't know much. Investigators are still busy trying to investigate around Mr. Mansfield, and as well as we have one person in custody who is of interest to us. And so we're also investigating around that individual. We're also looking at the business transactions that Mr. Mansfield may have with other individuals, with a view to see if we will be able to close in on a possible motive and perhaps suspect. So at this time, we don't have much where that is concerned.
Are investigators aware of what?
When asked if there could be any possible connections between Mansfield's murder and the earlier deaths of his associates, Ricardo Borgia and Darren Taylor, Williams acknowledged the speculative nature of such an assertion.
Claims of civil nature brought against Mr. Mansfield for questionable business?
Well, we, as you know, we don't have control of civil issues. That's a matter that is filed directly to the court and not through the police. But yes, we have seen the discourse on social media where it is said that there are several claims before the court. So again, investigators have communicated with Mr. Mansfield's attorney, and today they are going to the court to see what are those claims that existed before the court and when those claims were going to be heard and against whom.
The investigation remains in its early stages, with authorities urging anyone with information related to Mansfield's murder or his previous connections to come forward. On a lively morning marked by enthusiasm and camaraderie, the People's United Party, PUP, made its rounds at the various nominating centers across the country, rallying supporters and endorsing its candidates for the upcoming elections. The event drew large crowds who adorned themselves in vibrant blue party shirts, waving flags and dancing to the catchy campaign tunes that celebrated their candidates. We commence our coverage here in Orange Walk. Carmelita Perez reports.
The People's United Party electrified the morning air today as candidates for the upcoming general elections visited nominating centers across the country with a particularly vibrant show of support in Orange Walk. Dressed in blue party shirts, throngs of PUP supporters waved flags and danced to the catchy campaign tunes that celebrated their candidates. At Liberty Avenue, the atmosphere was charged with excitement as constituents gathered to back their representative for the East, Kevin Bernard. Equally spirited was the turnout for Josemai, whose supporters journeyed from distant locations like Blue Creek, proudly bearing the blue and white flags, synonyms with the PUP. From the North Constituency, voters rallied in full force, displaying unwavering support for Ramon Monchi Cervantes. Their enthusiasm resonated throughout the streets of town, united to champion their candidate. Leading this spirited charge was PUP leader and veteran politician John Briceño. Despite his extensive years serving in politics, Briceño showcased his enduring influence and deep roots within Orange Walk Central. His presence underscored the importance of constituency engagement as he expressed gratitude to the supporters for their loyalty and commitment to the PUP's vision for the development of Orange Walk Central and a better Belize.
We need to do some more work for young people. Looking at the People's Stadium, it has been abandoned. We've done some work, but that building needs to be replaced. It has been condemned by MIDH. We need to do more sporting facilities, more parks, more streets, more drainage, more housing lots for people. Work with the sugarcane industry to see how we can revive it and for it to be a thriving industry, because once the sugar industry is doing well, then the people in Orange Walk Central do well, the people in the north do well.
As the day progressed, the PUP candidates articulated their visions and commitment to their respective communities, promising to address local concerns and foster development in Orange Walk and beyond.
Work is already ongoing, for example, in Palmar, and we are going to deliver for the people of Orange Walk East. Like I said, my mantra is to ensure that we can continue to build the infrastructure. We continue to find more help for young people in education. We're going to continue to expand the support for health through NHI. We're going to ensure that we find land for our farmers. We need to find more house lots for our young Belizeans, and that's my commitment to the people of Orange Walk East. That's our goal, and that's what we're going to do.
You mentioned NHI once more. Are we looking at you remaining as the Minister of Health and Wellness?
Well, that's up to the prerogative of the Prime Minister, but I'm pretty sure we have been doing a great job at the ministry, and once the Prime Minister feels that I can continue to serve in that capacity, I'm prepared and ready to serve in that capacity.
Now, before nomination day, we did not even know if there would be an opponent in Orange Walk East for you, Kevin Bernard. Now we have two.
I'd rather not comment on them. What I could say is that I am focused on winning this election, and I am not worried about any opponent. As I said in Belize City, whoever they bring, we will ensure that we have one of the biggest victory for the People's United Party in Orange Walk East, and that is a guarantee.
We have been investing in infrastructure. We have started the paving of streets. We started in Trial Farm, and first God willing, the people of Orange Walk North give me another term, we will continue and expand the expansion of streets to other villages and concentrate also on the paving of the main roads to villages like San Juan and Douglas and Santa Cruz and Roman. Those need it, so I will work towards that also.
I've never thought that I have a weak opponent. I think that we have to work and have a tough opponent, and so we're determined to do that. But everybody's happy. We're happy that this is a great moment for us.
But when it comes to your opponent, do you believe that your work speaks for itself in your area and as Minister of Agriculture?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said before, the people of Orange Walk depend on agriculture, directly or indirectly. And once their agricultural sector is strong, then they have money, they have purchasing power, they're happy.
Do you believe that you will continue getting the confidence of the Prime Minister when elected, when all of you all are elected, and you will continue under the portfolio of Minister of Agriculture?
Well, the Prime Minister is the Prime Minister, and he decides which portfolio. I'm pretty satisfied that, I'm pretty convinced that he is satisfied with the work I've done in the Ministry of Agriculture. and he may want to put me as Minister of Agriculture again, among other things. But I'm confident that he's satisfied with the great work we've done in the ministry.
There is no doubt that as Minister of Agriculture, you have done a lot of work. You have brought back several industries. What does the future look like if you resume that portfolio and for the people of Orange Walk? So what would be your first plan for them under Plan Belize 2.0?
I think we've reached a point where we are self-sufficient in primary products. I think that in the next 5 years, we have to seek to industrialize the agricultural sector. We have to start to process, add value, and try to export fresh products to Central America.
With the general elections on the horizon, the PUP showed that they are ready to mobilize their grassroots support and reclaim victory in the upcoming elections. Carmelita Perez, CTV3 News.
In the afternoon, candidates from both factions of the United Democratic Party were nominated, with Lance Pelayo representing the Shine Barrow faction for Orange Walk East and Marlo Pereira also running in Orange Walk East under the Tracy faction. Yara Calviera represents Barrow in the Orange Walk Central constituency, while Denny Grijalva will stand for election under the Tracy faction also in Central. In the north, the UDP has Carla Zatina representing the party, and in the south, German Tillit. As the election draws near, John Briceño is preparing for the possibility of wearing two hats if the PUP secures a majority of seats in the upcoming election. Should he be elected, Briceño would serve not only as the area representative for Orange Walk Central, but also take on the role of Prime Minister of Belize. Should the votes be counted in the PUP's favor, Briceño affirmed that his administration will continue the work initiated under Plan Belize 2.0, which aims to address key issues such as economic recovery, education, and health care.
One of the most important things is that we have to find a way how we can continue to have this economic growth of 5% per year. Because once we have economic growth like to those numbers, we can have full employment, that people are going to be working, they're going to be making money, and once they could make money, to take care of their people, their families. The expansion of NHI is also very important for us. The issue of citizen security, it continues to plague, in particularly in areas of in Belize City. As it is right now, we're working with a Korean company. We've signed an agreement. We're setting up cameras and using AI that will be able to have facial recognition and can be put all over the city. So whenever a crime is committed, we could probably capture them on video and have enough evidence to be able to take them to court and to convince and to convict them. Of course, infrastructure development continues to be important. Working in agriculture now, as I was speaking to Minister Mai, we need to go to the next level. We've been now doing the raw materials. Now we need to start to add value to value add and looking at how we could do some more agro-processing. So we have a lot of work ahead of us. The issue of poverty, we've reduced it from 52% to 24%, something that has been unheard of. But if there's one person that's poor, that's one too much.
Recognizing the challenges posed by the high cost of living, Briceño affirmed that his party remains dedicated to implementing strategies aimed at reducing these financial burdens for citizens.
We recognize that that people it's punishing people, and that we're doing everything that we possibly can to be able to reduce the cost of living. Whilst we cannot control the cost of goods that are imported in the country, and we're not taxing most of these goods that people need to eat, we find other ways to put monies in people's pockets. We increase the minimum wage. Once we increase minimum wage, everybody's salaries went up, and people are working. Free education, especially to the people are most deserving. NHI, full expansion or rollout of NHI across the length and breadth of this country. That puts money in people's pockets. The reduction of income tax, or to increase the deductions up to 29,000. That puts monies in people's pockets. So we've been finding innovative ways. And of course, we continue, and we need to do even more effort, put even more efforts in monitoring the issue of price gouging in some of these stores. So you have to take it from different angles. We have a lot of work ahead of us. I've never said, oh, the job done. We have more to do. But I'm confident that with the support of the people and having a sizable majority in the House, we can get more of this work done.
At the close of nominations today at 4 p.m., 4 of the previously announced candidates running under the UDP were no-shows. This includes the UDP candidates Dean Samuels from Pickstock and Melvin Hewlett for George in Belize City. Both of them attended Saturday's launch of candidates, but they did not appear today. Earlier this evening, one of those candidates, Dean Samuels, took to Facebook to announce that he will release a video tomorrow to explain the situation. He stated that for once, he made the decision to put himself first and acknowledged that few would truly understand the realities he faces. Samuels made it clear that he has no intention of tearing anyone down, creating narratives, or casting aspirations on the party he still believes is best for the country. His post reads, and we quote, "In the end, I chose to do something today I never really practiced doing. I put myself first. In the end, nobody would understand the realities I face," end quote. Their failure to show up for nomination charted the way for PUP candidates Anthony Mahler in Pickstock and Henry Charles Usher in Fort George as the uncontested victors in their respective areas. Both ministers were declared winners by their returning officers. Similar situations played out in the South, where the UDP's Dennis Williams did not show to be nominated as the candidate for Toledo East. In Dangrega, Norman Usher was slated to be nominated as the UDP candidate under Shine Barrow. However, he too was a no-show in today's process. In Toledo East, the PUP's candidate, Honorable Osmond Martinez, will still be facing a challenge by an independent. Dr. Louise Zabani is similarly expected to face an independent challenge in his area. Coming up next, we head to Corozal for Nomination Day. Stay tuned.
Attention all residents and commuters of Orange Walk Town. A significant improvement is on the way. Starting February 3rd, works to concrete the intersection at San Antonio Road and Guadalupe Street will begin. This essential upgrade is expected to take a few weeks to be completed. During this period, district buses from Belize City and Corozal reaching or leaving the terminal will be rerouted through Queen Victoria Avenue into Cinderella Street and Dunn Street. We kindly ask for your cooperation and understanding as these necessary improvements are made to enhance our community. Your safety and convenience are our top priority. Thank you for your understanding and patience during this time. The Orange Walk Town Council, moving forward, one town, one vision.
Escape to paradise. Centaur is giving you the chance to win an unforgettable getaway at the breathtaking Orchid Bay Resort. Picture this: a stunning beach and a relaxing poolside retreat. One lucky winner will enjoy an overnight stay for two, plus a delicious breakfast, all courtesy of Orchid Bay Resort. How to enter? Sign up for any Centaur service or stay up to date with your payments for a chance to win. Live raffle draw on April 16th on Despierta Belize show. Enter now to win with Centaur.
After being missing for more than 10 days, Christopher Usher is back at home with family. A police bulletin indicates that the Corozal resident was found safe. Usher was reported missing after he was last seen on February 10th when he left home wearing a gray shirt and carrying a school bag. Much like the process which took place across the country, in Corozal, today candidates from both major political parties as well as those running independently were officially nominated. The morning session was designated for candidates from the People's United Party. This included the nomination of incumbent area representatives for Corozal Southeast, Honorable Florencia Marin Jr., and Corozal Southwest Honorable Ramiro Ramirez. Honorable Marin was officially nominated at the San Joaquin Community Center, while Honorable Ramiro Ramirez was nominated at the Concepcion Community Center. New to the race are first-time hopefuls David Castillo, who was nominated as the official candidate for Corozal North, and in Corozal Bay, Thea Garcia Ramirez is now the official candidate for the PUP in that division. Our news team was in Corozal Bay today and has full coverage of the excitement in that constituency where 3 candidates will be vying for that seat come March 12th. First to be nominated this morning was Thea Garcia Ramirez, followed by independent candidate Elvia Vega Samos, who we'll hear from later on in the newscast. First, we take a look at Thea Garcia Ramirez and her nomination this morning.
First up to be nominated this morning in the Corozal Bay constituency was PUP standard bearer Thea Garcia Ramirez. The day started bright and early in front of the PUP office on College Road, where a throng of supporters excitedly gathered in anticipation of the day's events. With banners on hand and proudly dressed in the royal blue of the PUP, Thea and her supporters were visibly energized as they marched through the streets of Corozal town. Once at the nomination center, Thea, along with her team of 6 nominators, made their way inside for the official process, which was overseen by members of the Elections and Boundaries. The nomination process itself was fairly simple, ending with Thea herself signing the official forms, marking her as the new candidate under the incumbent People's United Party. As a first-time candidate, Thea Garcia Ramirez says her candidacy is based on support of the people, which she says was glaringly evident this morning.
We're expecting a big blowout. To be honest with you, it's a Monday. It was a good crowd for a Monday. I would say maybe about 600 people, but being in the front, it's hard to tell. But we had a lot of good vibes. I saw a lot of people. Everybody came out to see us. Along the way, we had a lot of people, greeting. And so that to me signals a lot of support. We already had almost 1,800 voters at the convention, so that's our base. We build on that. I think we're ready.
And while Thea will have her work cut out for her on March 12th, facing off not only against an opponent from the UDP, but also against Elvia Vega Samos, who is running as an independent. She says her confidence is not faltered and looks forward to another resounding mandate from the people of the Bay.
I think the Bay voter, like I said, is very discerning. They are very educated. They make educated decisions based on fact, not on fiction, not in what they would want or pretty words and promises. I think the Bay voter wants to go for somebody that has a track record of delivering, that has a track record of working, that has a track record of things that can be seen, that have happened, that you've worked for, that you have delivered. And so I believe that they will come out early. They will again reiterate what they did in convention day, and I think we will do that in even more numbers because Corozal Bay wants somebody that works, wants somebody that delivers. They need action, and I will be honest with you, Corozal Bay is not an easy constituency. They put you in, they take you out. You either work or you don't, and they're very swift, and but there's no place like home. There's nowhere I'd rather be. There's nowhere I'd rather live. I think Corozal Bay has, is the best place in Belize, if not the world. Nobody nowhere got nothing from Corozal Bay. We have everything here. We have to ensure that we work to keep it going, to make it even better, not only for this generation, but for those to come.
Despite the controversy surrounding Elvi's deflection from the PUP, Thea says she remains focused on her plan to deliver Corozal Bay on March 12th.
I don't think so. I think I feel even more support. Conventions are usually closed. I would have wanted a slightly more open convention, but we have to understand that PUP conventions are for party or known and active party supporters. We have a large swing vote in Corozal Bay, and so I believe that I have reached out to the swing voters, to those independent voters who are very discerning, who vote for people rather than party, for who is working and who is not. And I think that building on that base again of exactly 1,799 voters from the PUP can tell you where the PUP support is. Well, locally, I can tell you that she just got back in the game, so to speak. So our strategy has been well planned, well thought of. We are executing now. We are just 2 weeks away from the convention. It changes nothing. We have our plans, we execute. We are not being sidetracked. We are not being, distracted from our goal, from ensuring that we have a massive turnout. We have a win that will cement Corozal Bay as blue.
Following this morning's nomination at the Corozal National Library, the Blue Machine congregated at the PUP office on College Road, where various party leaders delivered speeches to their supporters in attendance. Reporting for CTV3 News, Norma Ruiz.
By 12 midday, it was the turn of Elvia Vega Samos to be nominated as an independent candidate to contest the elections come March 12th. LV, who was up a few days ago a sitting Minister of State under the Briceño administration, sent shockwaves in the North when she announced her bid for elections as an independent candidate. This came following a devastating loss for LV in a convention held in July of last year. That convention saw Thea Garcia Ramirez emerge victorious as the PUP's choice for the Corozal Bay constituency. Not happy with that decision, LV chose to run as an independent, making her the third candidate in that division. Sporting the color teal, LV and her supporters began to gather at the Corozal Roundhouse before marching the short distance towards the National Library where nominations were held. Along with her supporters, LV marched the streets of Corozal, also in a celebratory mood. Once at the nomination center, the process was the same as LV, along with her nominators, entered the building. Her decision to run as an independent, according to Vega, stemmed from what she calls unfair treatment and requests made by her supporters.
We live in a democratic country. I heard the PM speaking this morning, and I am very disappointed in him because my question is, Jo Marie, where was the PM when I was pushed in front of the Corozal Town Council office? Where was the PM when Plan Corozal was attacking me from the get-go? I got in March, and right in, I believe it was the ending of May, Plan Corozal was there, and I went to him and I said, PM, this what is happening should not be happening. I have been voted in as the area representative. His response to me was, that is politics. That was his response to me. And he told me, I can't do anything about it. I was very disappointed. And it kept going on. The resources that I should have gotten was not given to me. Some of it was given, whereas this person had all the resources at hand. Now, I was not given a level playing field from the very beginning. And it is not fair.
And as she walks into the elections without the support of her late brother's family, LV accused her former sister-in-law, Ingrid Vega, of pursuing politics for the wrong reasons.
I did this because I have other females watching, the future generation watching, and they're looking at me. And if I am to take this and just fold my hands and take it lightly, I cannot do that. I need to stand up for what is right. My mom always said, LV, You have Mahatma Gandhi, who always said, even if you're the minority of one, you must stand up for what is right. And that is what I'm doing here today. You know, I truly believe that the Corozal Bay constituents should have the opportunity to choose who they want to represent them. And it should not be something that should just be thrown at them. I believe that the time has come for an independent candidate. It's not just two parties, you know. It is healthy to have other options.
Vega today also made sure to cement her position as an independent, denying any involvement with the UDP leader Shine Barrow, who publicly issued his support for her candidacy.
From the very beginning, when I was chosen, I felt the negative vibes. I felt it, and I tried to overlook it, but it kept there, and that's when they started with this little group going against me. And a major thing was that they wanted to do as they wished to do, because she still joined me a little bit after she got out of hospital, and they wanted to do as they wished. And I told them, no, we are here for the people of Corozal Bay. We are not here to get things for ourselves. And that was a fiasco. So that's when they decided to leave me, and that's okay. Because my point, Jo Marie, is to be here to help others, not to get something to gain us for ourselves, but our people of Corozal Bay.
Final candidate nominated today in the Corozal Bay constituency was Hernan Riverol, who is contesting the elections under the leadership of Tracy Panton. As you heard, former PUP Minister of State Elvia Vega Samos is vying the March 12th general elections as an independent candidate in the Corozal Bay constituency. In her reasons for moving away from the PUP and running as an independent, Vega claims unfair treatment from within the party, even calling out the PM in what she says was a plot to have her replaced. Speaking out on the matter today, Prime Minister John Briceño too expresses disappointment in the decision by his former minister, calling on her to reconsider her decision.
I'm very disappointed that Ms. Samos has decided to run independent. I think she should do better. There was a convention. It was run fairly. She participated. She worked with the list. So for her to say that people are not allowed to vote, that's simply not true. And she lost decisively. It's not even that it was a close convention. I wish she would rethink. It's still not too late. She could still withdraw her nomination at any time, and to be able to serve to give support to Thea. Thea, like her, is a woman. We need to support one another, and that's the problem I see, that many instances women don't support women. And these are one of the best examples you could find. Because she never gave way, she said, okay, and try to spoil it, because she knows she can't win. So I'm disappointed. I hope she will reconsider to come out and to support Thea. And if she's a good PUP as she claims to, then she and her supporters will support the candidate of the PUP. That's the oath that she took.
Well, by any chance, speaking about Ms. Samos, you mentioned that she is welcome to come back. Is the party making any effort to issue that olive branch for her to consider?
We have done that all along. Even after she lost and she wasn't really participating, we still used to give her resources. She still remained as a Minister of State. She had a driver, she had a vehicle, all of that. And people like Honorable Karim Musa and others have been reaching out to her and telling her, why are you doing this? This makes no sense. It makes no political sense for her, her supporters, or even for us as a party. But despite all of that, I have every confidence that Thea is going to win. Thea has shown her determination. She has shown that she has the wherewithal, the true grit to serve the people of Corozal Bay, to serve them well. She has been serving them well, even though she has not been the area representative. So I have confidence that despite whatever Ms. Samos were to do, that's up to her. I hope she does, but if she does, it's okay. We are still going to win. Thea is going to deliver for the People's United Party.
And while the PM remains hopeful that Vega will have a change of heart, her opponent in the Bay, Thea Garcia Ramirez, says she doesn't expect as much. Since her victory in July's convention, Thea says she has been attempting to extend an olive branch to her opponent. However, she now believes it's time to move forward for the people of Corozal Bay.
I have gone on record. I have, right after the convention, I did it publicly through the media. I did it through an email. I tried to call. All my efforts to reach out to her went unanswered and ignored. I think for my part, I have done my part. I do not feel that I left that open-ended and unresolved, but I have to move on. And I do love my Prime Minister, my party leader. He is much more hopeful than I, and that just shows he has a good heart. We would want to. We had opened our doors to her, but everybody has a mind of their own and their own agenda, and so we are not, like again I said, we are not distracted. We are going to move on, and for us, 2 weeks away from an election, we're just ensuring that our plan and what we need to do is executed.
In a lively campaign event held in Independence Village, Kaya Katus, the People's United Party PUP candidate for the Albert constituency, did not shy away from confronting her opponent, Tracy Panton of the United Democratic Party, UDP. Katus made headlines when she boldly declared that Panton's time in office was over and suggested that her opponent can't keep up with her, both physically and on the campaign trail. Because make we be real, Katus remarked during the event, she can't keep up with me, not on the bike, worse on the campaign trail, and no make we talk about we in the mirror. Her comments were met with applause from her supporters, but have since sparked a wave of backlash. Panton, quick to respond, took to social media to condemn Katus's remarks, labeling them as an act of body shaming and describing them as poor taste. In light of the controversy, we sought comment from the leader of the PUP, John Briceño, regarding Katus's statements. While acknowledging the robust nature of political discourse, Briceño indicated Katus can defend herself.
I believe that Kaya can defend herself and Kaya can clarify whatever it is that she said. But I can tell you here that our party has been a very strong supporter of women. We try to support them in any way that we can. As a government, we have been the government that appointed the most women in history of any government. And so we continue to support women. But again, as what Michael Finnegan would always tell you, politics is a contact sport, and sometimes we kind of speak out of turn, but I don't think that whatever Kaya have said, I think you said it maliciously, probably off the cuff, whatever it is, but I think that she can take care of that and answer it.
Katus has since defended her comments, stating they were taken out of context. In an interview, she explained.
Joke in poor taste. We were at a political rally. We weren't at a manifesto launch or a policy conference. This is a competition, and for anybody who sees it other than that, I don't know what to say, Marisol.
But to say that she can't compare to you is because she's fat. That's the message that you are conveying with that.
What I say and what people perceive are two different things. I did not say that, right? So I can't be responsible for what people perceive. For all the people that took to social media to say everything that they had to say, this is politics. I don't think that I should, I said what I said, and people took it a different way, and, I can't be responsible for that. I'm an athlete. This is a competition, regardless of what it is, and we're here for that.
You don't regret saying it, and you don't apologize.
No, I said nothing bad.
No.
And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
Escape to Paradise. Centaur is giving you the chance to win an unforgettable unforgettable getaway at the breathtaking Orchid Bay Resort. Picture this, a stunning beach and a relaxing poolside retreat. One lucky winner will enjoy an overnight stay for two, plus a delicious breakfast, all courtesy of Orchid Bay Resort. How to enter? Sign up for any center service or stay up to date with your payments for a chance to win. Live raffle draw on April 16th on Despierta Belize Show. Enter now to win with Centaur.
The Ministry of Sustainable Development and Climate Change, in collaboration with the United Nations Development Programme UNDP and the Ministry of Education, honored several schools and youth groups as the National Grant Fund Awards ceremony held on Friday. The ceremony celebrated exceptional climate change proposals across Belize. 5 primary schools were awarded $2,000 Belize each to support their climate initiatives, including Bullet Tree SDA Primary School and Yo Creek Compassion School. Meanwhile, 2 youth groups, Belize Youth Movement and ILS Phoenix, received generous awards of $10,000 and $6,000 respectively. And youth groups are being recognized for their efforts to engage with climate change solutions and raise awareness in their communities. The price of liquid petroleum gas will see a decrease of 6 cents, which will come into effect on Tuesday, February 25th. The change reflects wholesale volume and retail sale by volume in both urban and rural areas. This means that the wholesale price for LPG will now be $4.16, down from $4.22. In urban areas, the retail price will be $1.32 per pound or $5.76 per pound. Prices in the rural areas will decrease to $1.34 per pound or $5.86 per gallon. According to the Supplies Control Unit SCU in the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, the increase of 26 cents per gallon is a result of an increase in the acquisition price of both butane and propane. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Tuesday, February 25th here on CTV3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read the text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/CTV3BelizeNews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.